Hello, everybody. Can you hear
Hello.
me? And can you see my screen?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So welcome everybody to our first meeting that starts a professional QA education for our next group. Your group number, guys, is 2023.2. That means that you start in 2023 and you are the second group in the year.
Okay.
So welcome. And let's start our kickoff. Before we start, let me introduce participants who is with us today. Everybody knows me. I think I had a conversation with everybody of you who is here today. For the people that are watching us on the YouTube right now, my name is Lilia. I'm a school founder. I'm a chief mentor of the school, and I'm responsible for some modules of the course, but we will talk about it a bit later. Except me, Galina Sidikova is with us today. She's our administrative director. She's responsible for any question that you will have regarding the organization of the school, regarding the process, regarding the what time the lecture will be, how can I get my homework, how can I come here to the LMS, and so on and so on. She's very kind and she's very ready to help you anytime. So she's here with us today. We thought that it would be much more interesting for you to ask questions not to us as mentors, administrative director, but to our current student. And we've invited Nikita Zharkov today. He is in the middle of the course, and I think he would be very glad to answer your questions regarding how is it going? Is it difficult to learn? Is it difficult to ask questions to mentors, and so on and so on? So we will be back to Nikita in some time, and I will give you a possibility to ask any question to him. So, but let's start from your way to the first QE job. We will start from the databases. This is the first module of the course. And it is very important because, as you probably know, any application has own database. And as you already read in your methodological materials that we gave you before the entrance exam, especially three-tier architecture application, for three-tier architecture applications, the database is very, very important. After the database module, that will include 4 lessons and 1 module work after it to check your knowledge. You will have a pair of introduction lectures to the architecture of the contemporary applications. Of course, you know something about it from that initial materials that you have read. And maybe you've read not only that materials, but some information from the internet. But here you will be given more detailed information about what is a contemporary architecture of the applications, how can it be built inside. And this information will help you in the future to understand all the following materials. So what will be the following? The following will be the API module. In the API module, we're gonna give you the information about how to test the backend. So maybe you can guess right now that we are going from the bottom to the top. We started from the databases and we are going to the top through the backend. So the backend, what is the backend? How does it work? How is that backend built? So we will start from that API module, and after it, we will go to the web UI module. This is it. By this time, you already know how to operate with databases, what is the application architecture, and how to test the API. And what is an API? So you are ready to understand the information about the web UI. So what is web UI and how to test it? What is JavaScript? Briefly, very briefly, we will not write programs in JavaScript, but very briefly, what is CSS? What are styles, and so on, and how to test all that stuff. Then you are ready to dig deeper to the real work, because you have the basic information about the architecture of the contemporary software. And we will start from Agile. Agile, and yeah, this is Agile. And after the Agile, we will have the information about the requirements, the difference between different type of requirements, and how to assess the requirements, how to use requirements. And now we are ready to the other test documentation and to test design methods. So by this time, we will have the information about the architecture. We will have the information about how to assess the customer requirements regarding the architecture of the application on all the levels that the tests could be performed. And now we are ready for testing. We will learn test design methods from the equivalence classes and boundary values to more complicated test design methods. And after it, you can expect the very complex part of the course. Before your group, this part of the course was in the beginning of the course. It was Linux and networks and complex box localization, aka troubleshooting, but we've decided to move it to the end of the course because this part is really complex, and it is easier to understand it when you know everything else. So before it, you were ready to test, more or less simple things in the application. But now you are ready to go to more complex things to understand the operating system on the example of Linux, to understand the network transferring of data. And the most interesting part of our course is troubleshooting or complex box localization, if this is more understandable. Because your work as QS is not only to read the documentation, it's not only to use some test design methods, more or less complex test design methods to optimize your test cases and to optimize some time-consuming tests, but to be able to find the root cause of any problem in the application. Because to find that something is not good in the application is not the end. It is just a beginning for you. And how to understand what happened in the application, in the software, in the not only in the software, but in the operating system, in the integration with other applications, in the network, and how to troubleshoot all that problems is the real complex and the most interesting part of our work as QA engineers. And that's why this part of the course will be introduced to you after all that initial stuff. And what else? DevOps and automation. Of course, we stand on the position that it is not needed to learn automation together with the manual testing. And I think everybody who is here knows this position and knows this opinion. But it doesn't mean that we don't want to give you the information about what is it, what their automation is, what the DevOps part is, how to communicate with all that strange people in the team, automation engineers and DevOps engineers, and what are they doing, and what are the tools that you could use together with them. Of course, we again will not give you the deep information about it, because this is the manual course, not the automation course. But you will be ready to understand how to describe your problem to these people, how to prepare your manual tests to the automation team. What do they want from you? And what should you want from them to make this communication effective? And that's why we included the DevOps and automation part. It will be not very hard, not very complex, and not very long part of the course, only 5 lectures. But we included this part to the course to make you more sure in your power in the team. And after that, the internship waits for you. I will tell a bit more about the internship and okay, we will get back to this part a bit later, because this is the, I think, most interesting part of the course. After the internship, you will have the interview. This is a real interview, like, okay, semi-real interview, like the interview to a real job. Our mentors will be interviewing you in the way of the real interview. And this will allow you not to be scared to your future interviews with real customers, and to be more ready to some technical questions and to the questions about your soft skills, about your intentions, about your goals, and so on. So the interview after the internship. And after the interview, you will have the employment session with our mentors. And I really hope that here you will have a job, a real job. I see that we have some questions. It's not a question. It is just apologize from Dmitry for for being late. It's okay, Dmitry. And Nikita, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Hi, Nikita.
Hi.
Glad to see you here. And I think I have one question for you. What do you think about the parts that is already on your back? You're somewhere in the middle of the course, and maybe you can share some impression about some parts of the course. Was it hard? Was it easy? Maybe was it interesting? What do you think about all that?
Of course, it's very interesting, and I would like to say for the start, don't be afraid for Linux. It's really a useful thing which can give you some advantages for your future job. And also, I would add that this is not the harder part, I would say, just because don't relax after that. Don't replay my faults regarding this, because, for example, networks, it's really useful part, and it takes your focus most of all. But anyway, everything that you receive on the education, it's allow you to be more interesting for the future employer. So as for me, I'm not fight for total score, but I'm fight for my knowledges, and this is I would say depends on you how successfully you will be in your job. Just because education, it's a smaller part of what you are going to do further. So, and I would say that mentors, this is first of all your friends, and don't be afraid to ask questions. No, any questions. Every question provided with answer. And don't think that your question could be stupid or some easy. Just throw it out of your head. So this is my short opinion, I would say.
Thanks, Nikita. Guys, maybe you have questions to Nikita, and you can speak loudly.
What is the most difficult part?
The most difficult part, I don't want to say that it's Linux. I don't want to say that. But anyway, as for me, I would say some parts on the edge between Linux and networks, it's really takes you to going deeper how to adjust your sniffer to catch some packets from one machine to other machine, for example. I wouldn't say that it's hard itself, but it takes to being your focused on this and think a bit more how to achieve the results you're expecting.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question about your career. Is it okay for you?
Okay.
How quickly did you find your first QA job?
I didn't yet, just because I am in the middle of education. But this is very interesting question, because for people who are not, I would say, who are not old but already not young, it's a big question to change his or her life, I would say. just because I'm more than 15 years, yeah, I would say I'm in sales. Now I'm business development manager in a foreign company, but I decided to change my whole life, I would say, and start from scratch. And the first thing, if you go the same way, you should keep your motivation. Just find what is attracting you most of all in that profession, in that all things what you will be involved, I would say, in some processes, and keep that motivation till the complete the education. That's very important thing. And if you decided to start this way, just don't throw it out anyway.
Okay, thank you. I can share. Thank you.
You're
I have a
welcome.
question. I have a question too, if you don't mind. How much time per week do you spend averagely on your education?
It's interesting question. I would answer from my part. I spent a lot of time just because I trying to put deeper in every question. As for me, the most useful thing, even not lectures, they provide answers for every your question. But to understand and to keep in mind all you get, of course, it's new information for you. Just pay attention to your homework. Ask questions to mentors and Google for additional education. Lydia, so sorry if I provide any not good advices, but this is the way just for me. I'm trying to collect as much information as I can, and even I try to do homework with different ways, just because to get the new information in my mind. So this is I would say the most important thing. And that's why I spend I would say 2-3 hours a day, even if there is no lecture for this day. It just depends on motivation, how I would say before.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to ask a question.
Okay.
All right. So this is kind of a part of the question with the two parts. So the first one sounds like, did you have any failures during your studying in this course? And the next one is, how did you manage this? And what you would advise to us, like students, to overcome our failures, or maybe do not make any one of them?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the question, but I would like to know what do you mean regarding failures?
I mean, like if you didn't achieve or complete some task and you need to do it again, or you feel like your knowledge is not enough to complete it by yourself, so ask some kind of, maybe a mentor or a teacher. I mean, something. I just didn't mean the failure. I mean a kind of like, we're stuck at anything. Just if there are some kind of these situations.
Okay, I got the idea. So I would split it as well on two parts. I got situations when I got very few score for the homework. That means that some information probably would understood wrong, or etc. And in this way, as usual, you have a chance to do your homework again. And even we had some cases when would be applied for additional lectures for the task. And of course, you can ask anything you want mentors in the chat. And as for me, if I understand that some task, some, I don't know, some new topic, etc., it's not enough for me to understand it deeper. I'm trained myself, so I do some tasks, Google, use Google and etc. Also, if you understand that you need something more, I think it's not a problem to ask your mentor, provide you, for example, some additional tasks, for example, like homework, just to train yourself. Just because without practice, you don't get it in your head.
Okay, thank you. I got it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, seems that on this stage of our webinar, we have no more questions and we can go to the next slide. The next slide is about an internship. So I've mentioned already that we have the mentorship, the internship after the main part of the course. And this is the most interesting part of our course. So what is an internship? Some courses, other courses propose internship like here is a site and please test it some way. It's up to you how to test it and try to find some defects, and that will be your internship. But we here in Mentorpiece consider that this is not an internship because most people here have one goal: to find a job after the education, because they wanted to change their lives and they wanted to get some real work with a real salary and so on. And we know that there are a lot of graduates on the market right now, and we want to give you an additional likelihood to find the job. Because if you will have a separate line in your CV that you had a work experience in some company, the probability to find the real job will be definitely higher, much higher for you. And that's why we negotiate with some companies. Mostly the companies are some startups which have no their separate QE department, or even one or two QEs in the team. They want to test their product some way, and they have no processes, QA processes. Okay, they could have some process inside, like process of development, but no QEs are embedded to this process. And they negotiate with us to have benefits from the both sides. From their sides, they have a benefit as a QE team. And from our side, our students have a benefit as a real job. And everybody's happy. For you, how does it look like? It is a part-time job with maybe some official documents, NDA, some other documents that you should sign, that you will have access to some secret information from this company, and you sign that you will not share this information with anybody except your team. and you start working. And this is your real, okay, part-time, but your real job that you could include to your CV. You mostly work like 2 or 3 hours a day. This is usual duration of your working day in the company. But if you want to, you could have more hours. It is up to you. I'm talking about 2 to 3 hours a day plus weekends, of course, because most of our students are working somewhere and they have no possibility to leave their jobs and to work only for this company. But if you have this possibility, okay, it's up to you, and you could work even full working day if you want to. But anyway, this is your job, and you have absolutely real tasks with absolutely real deadlines. It is not like, okay, we have some legacy, we have some old version that you could test if you want to, but this version is only for, internal use, not for our users. This is not true. The truth for you is you are testing absolutely real version for the production, for the real users, with absolutely real architecture, database, backend, front end, and so on. And you should be in time with the deadlines. So you have real deadlines, depending on the process in the company. Maybe it is a bit scary for now. So how we can test it, how we can do it. But think about your future job, because you can include all this to your CV, and this will be a CV with a real job, and you will find your next job based on the knowledge that you got during the internship. And you will be able to describe this experience in your interview. So this is about the internship. Unfortunately, Nikita cannot tell you about it because he's in the middle of the course and he didn't try the internship yet. But if you have questions to me, please feel free to ask right now. Okay, seems that you have no questions. Guys, you could keep thinking about it till the end of the webinar, and you definitely could ask later if you find something to ask. And I see that we have something in the chat. No, it's not about the internship. Okay.
No. Stop. In chat.
So, Ilya, what is your question?
There is a question in chat.
Question in chat. Okay, if my apologies, my mouse doesn't work. So I see that if has a question, but I cannot see the question itself. If maybe you could use your voice, speak loud.
Yeah, I guess she just misspelled it a bit. Not mice. She meant mic, I think.
I
think it's microphone.
The length of so my question is the length of the education. Okay. Mic doesn't work. So I'm thinking about how many mice if has today. Okay.
Why do they have to work?
Yeah, and nothing is working for Eve today. Despite she has a lot of mice. Okay, so the question is the length of the education. If the length of the education itself, the length of the course is 4 months plus 2 months internship. So 6 months total. Did I answer? Wonderful. Okay. Thanks, Eve. Okay. May I go to the next slide? Probably yes. So the next slide is about the company that we have our international internships right now. I can guarantee you 100% that you will be working for the same company, but they are waiting for the next group very much, because they are so happy about how our current groups are working. They are waiting very much for the next, and probably you will be working for them as well. This is the medtech startup from California. I cannot tell you more because I signed that NDA document with them, but it is very interesting because you have the possibility to learn not only the technologies that we've learned during the course, but some other more, contemporary technologies like NoSQL database or GraphQL instead of REST services. And it is very interesting for our students. And this is a startup, and that's why the team is not very, big. And our students are totally involved in the process. They can ask questions to anybody, including CEO of the company. Because CEO of the company, together with that, he is a product owner, and he can share some information about how should it work and what does he personally expect from this application, and what do the investors expect from the application. So they are communicating with everybody from developers to CEO, and they are very involved in the process. And this is a real job, and they are trying, our students, they are trying to meet the deadlines. They are trying to do the process even better, because everything about the QA process started from our first group that came to this company half a year ago, if I'm right. And they started to create the process. And our current groups are trying to make this process better, to make the documents optimal, to use some new tools for testing, to make it more convenient to everybody, and so on. And this is like a constant job for them. One group has been completed working with this company, and right after it, in a week, the next group came, and they are working here right now. Nikita, maybe your group will be here as well in some time. We are negotiating with them right now about it. So this is a very interesting job, and this is important for you if you want to find your future job on the international market, because this is again a company from California, and this is your line in CV that you worked for a California company. So this is like impressive for the US companies and the companies in Europe, for example. So I think you are lucky. And I was a lead here, a lead from the Mentorpiece side. And I love this company, actually. It is very interesting. Okay. We have dental suppliers. Yeah, Dimitri. Dental suppliers. And yes, this is everything that we could share, actually. Okay. Any questions here? No. Okay. What about the test interview? How does it go? As I already told you, this is the interview very similar to a real one. And we all play roles during this interview. So the mentor who is interviewing the student, not a student, intern, because it is after the internship and our students are converted to interns already. Mentor plays a role of an interviewer, and we act like we see each other for the first time. So we start from the question, okay, please introduce yourself. Who are you? And why did you apply to this position? Of course, you should have your CV ready before this meeting, because this is your like a real interview, and you came here with your CV. The CV is already assessed by a mentor, and you have this graded. Okay, you started introducing yourself. My name is Vasya, John, and I applied to this position because I decided that this company is for me because blah, blah, blah. My experience in QA is, and you start describing your experience. And your experience is, of course, from your internship here. And you could, besides the internship experience, you could describe your experience and your practice during the course itself, because we will have a lot of technologies learned, of course, we will have a lot of practice, and you have rights to describe it during the interview. And then after this introduction, we start with the technical questions, as on a real interview. But pay attention that, okay, now there are a lot of examples of interviews the internet, but not all of them, not all of them, look like real interviews. Because, for example, it is a very, very rare case on the interview when you are being asked some theoretical questions only. Because nobody is interested in, do you know this theory or not? The goal of the interview is to check if you can do the job on this position. And the only way to check will you do this job well or not is to give you some similar task, some similar technical task, similar to the tasks on this position. And it is not about a theory. And that's why we separated the interview with the theoretical exam. So you will have the theoretical exam definitely after the course, but it is not the theoretical exam. It is an interview, and you will be doing the practical tasks only here. Okay, so after the interview, we completed with that roles, and we transferred back to mentor and intern role, and a mentor gives you a feedback about your introduction first. So is it well? Is it impressive for hypothetical HR or hypothetical technical specialist that will be interviewing you? And of course, about the technical tasks. Is it good, or maybe you missed something during the course, and it is better to repeat, to rehearse again and to repeat the material, because this is your chance to train. Okay, this is your chance to check if you are ready to go to the market with this level of preparation. Okay, it is again time for your questions.
I should ask a question. Did I understand it correct that we have a theoretical part at first, then we have a theoretical exam, then internship, and then exam or interview on applying of working position? Is it correct?
More or less correct, except the first part of your answer about the theoretical part. During the course, you will not have only the theory. No, you will have a lot of practice. So I cannot call it theoretical part.
So-called theoretical.
So-called theoretical
Yeah.
part. Okay. Let it be. Okay, so theory and practice during the course, and theoretical exam, where we will ask you some questions based on the material that you should know on this stage of the course. Then internship, and then this interview. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Okay.
I have a question too. Do you know differences between American interview and European interview? Is there some kind of differences, or it depends on the company, or how it works? Because every company is different, and do you have a common questions for which acceptable for everyone?
Thanks. It is a really interesting question. It depends rather on the company and on the project and on the interviewers even. I cannot say that there is a huge difference between American interviews and European interviews, because right now most companies are shared, and okay, the company can have some central office, in the US, for example, and a lot of offices around the world. And how can we call this company US company or European company? I don't know, because okay, we have marketing in the US, for example, and all the programmers and testers are working from Europe. And depending on who will be interviewing you, Americans or Europeans, it could be different, but it depends rather not on the geographical position of the company, but from the personality of your interviewer. Maybe Americans will pay more attention to your soft skills. How can you sell yourself? You know, so this first part will be very, very important for them. Of course, you should be able to introduce yourself brilliantly. You know, for Europeans, maybe it is not so important like for Americans. They definitely will see your and pay attention to your soft skills, but not maybe so much as Americans. But you know, world is constantly changing, and most of companies are shared now, and that's why I cannot separate Americans and Europeans company. I don't know, did I answer your question?
Yes. I think you did a great answer.
Okay,
About
thanks,
international
Yeah,
companies and
because
they are hiring.
From my own experience, for example, in all my jobs, maybe not all, but most of my jobs, I have been working with different nationalities, different countries. For example, in one of my teams, there are Americans, Ukrainians, Russians, Serbian, what else? Somebody else from Europe. I don't remember the exact.
Slovenian,
maybe.
Croatian, from Balkan.
Serbia,
Serbia.
Yes, Serbian, and the center of the company, the central office was in the US. So what it will be, and depends on the personality. The interview could be very different, and
yes, indeed.
Yeah, it can go very differently.
Okay, I see.
From India, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, a lot of programmers are from there. Yeah. Okay.
And I also have a question.
Yeah.
Today I read an article about interviews in QA, and it was written that, for example, team lead wants to see not only your knowledge but also your motivation, and how we will discuss like how we can show them our motivation part.
Okay, it's a good question as well. Thank you. It could be shown in two maybe main ways. First, when you are talking about yourself in the beginning, and the other thing, when you are talking about your achievements on the previous places, because we cannot understand if a person motivated or not only based on her or his words. So I'm very motivated person. So how can you prove it? Please show us the reasons why you consider yourself as a motivated person.
I swear by my mom. Motivated person.
Yeah, according to my mom, yes. So if it is not according to your mom or your wife or your husband, you should show the achievements. You should show what did you do on when you worked previously in the internship, maybe when you worked by your current profession, because if a person is motivated, I think he or she is motivated everywhere, not when she became a software tester, but previously. And maybe I can list some questions like, did you meet some problems previously on the previous places? And how did you resolve the problems? How did you try to resolve? If a person said that, okay, I had a very bad boss, very bad colleagues, and my job was very boring, and something like that. It is not a motivated person, because the person wants to do something boring, something yeah, I don't know, regular, and it is not a proactive person. So if we are talking about the, you know, maybe the best characteristics of a person from the point of view of Europeans and US people, as Olga asked me, it is a proactivity. And I think it is pretty the same or maybe similar as the motivation. The motivated person means proactive person. A proactive person is a person who doesn't sit and wait for somebody who will come and give him or her a task, or you know, prepare everything for him or her, you know, but prepare everything herself and step forward, something like that. And you can show it by describing your past experience, that you are a proactive person. You had some achievements previously. Even on the internship, you can have achievements. It is okay. It is very short 2 months job, but you can have achievements. You can create your own comfortable, convenient document. You can find some interesting defect, or you can find some root cause of a very complex defect. Everybody cannot, but you can. It depends on your personality. If you are a leader, your achievements will be like leader usually has. If you're more a technical person, not a leader, okay, it is good. So you could have some achievements in the technical, you know, in a technical way, in a technical branch of the work. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, because it was a very painful question for me, because my previous job was so far from IT. And yes, I think a lot about this. And could I ask a small question for me?
Yeah, okay, sure.
I also know that for IT developer, they have a special free pet project. It's for their CV or for fun sometimes. for
Mhm.
example, if QA specialist have something like that.
Do you mean on the course, or do you mean
In common, because
in
I
common?
know
Yes, yes. You can find a pet project for you as well.
So-
And yes, and you could participate in that developers pet projects, because you know, maybe it will not be a pet project in a common sense, like somebody is doing something very, very simple. There are a lot of developers who is writing something for themselves, some POC, like a proof of concept or something, or MVP, minimal valuable products. And you could participate in this, of course, without any salary, because they are working for themselves right now without any investments and so on. But for your experience, it could be very useful. And you could knock to that developers, and you could ask them, oh, I'm a fresh tester and I want to participate in some pet project. May I be a tester for you without any salary? I'm ready work for absolutely for free. I just need an experience. And I think it is very, very possible for you to find such project for yourself.
I understand. Thank you so much.
And show your proactivity, because you then will include it to your CV, and that you found this project by yourself and you participated in it.
Lilia, can I add something?
Yes.
Regarding regarding motivation, I just would like to provide some probably hint how to provide your motivation for potential employer. Most of all, every company wants to see from a candidate that he or she share the product, what are they working on, or so going to interview, you should make some research regarding this company and find what is attractive most of all you personally. Through that, you give a shine in your eyes, and this is true that you will be more attractive for the company. And of course, they expecting your technical skills, but soft skills as well. It's very important, especially if this is a small company with not a lot of people there. So you really should be interested in anything what the company doing, and if you provide some knowledge about company, maybe its history, etc., that's very attractive for the company. So you really should be interested in what they're doing, and you would like to join and do it with them together. So this is the main part of any interview, I would say, regarding my experience.
Yeah, thank Nikita. May I ask you a question? As a student from the middle of the course, what do you expect from the internship and from the interview after it?
From the interview, I expect some corrections of I don't know, knowledges and my thoughts, how I evaluate myself and how it looks from the side. First of all, and from practice, first of all, I expecting do something in real life on real project, not how to say, not on a toy, but it's in real life. And how would say, let's say this is the first of all opportunity to test your skills on a real project and evaluate yourself inside how you are good at this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But previously, this is a great exercise. First of all, for them who already almost past learning or in the middle, as I am. On YouTube, there are a lot of videos regarding real interviews on juniors position in QA engineering, and what I found that some questions, of course, I'm not ready yet to pass to be in interviewing, but anyway, some questions I already know, and I can say that in some cases I would provide the answer better than the guy who is recording this video. So that's how forced me to believe me in my forces in that.
Maybe you could give us some examples of such questions. I think it would be interesting.
It's usually technically questions regarding, for example, how to provide some request in SQL to get some information, and what if you would like to get respond with only first A letter, for example, etc., something like that. So that I'm not seeing Linux yet, but I hope in somewhere in the future.
Yeah. Okay. try to see its Linux interview. It would be very interesting for us and for our mentors, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, maybe you have more questions to Nikita right now. Okay. So this is the slide with the names of the companies where our graduates work. It is not it is not the whole list, of course, but some of the companies are here. And there are local companies, international companies, different companies, and our graduates are looking for a job on local market, on the international market, and they mostly are successful in this. So, how do you go about it? So, about your future job? We already discussed the modules and the order of the modules that you will have, but what about the details? Let me explain our 3-level education model. Probably you watched maybe some videos about that, maybe you heard something about that, but if you didn't, please let me say a pair of words about it. Okay, we've decided that this model is the most convenient model for the education because for some people, it is easier to understand everything by reading and to think about it before they will come to the class and to they will hear the explanation from a mentor. And that's why we've prepared a text with all the basic information. What is it? Maybe you saw some examples of the textbook on our site, because we have some modules already uploaded there, but on the site we have not very many modules uploaded, but you as students will have everything, of course. In the textbook, you will be provided with the basic information on some topic. And after the basic information reading, you should pass a quiz 24 hours before the online class, typically. It can be some exception from time to time, but typically 24 hours before the online class. And on this stage, you are more or less sure that you understand the basic concept of the topic. Then you come to the online class, and there a mentor explains you advanced material as an addition to the basic information that you've read in the textbook. And of course, you are doing some practice with a mentor. Practice could be different and could look differently from doing something with a mentor, when mentor is doing something in a terminal, in a database tool, or somewhere, and you are doing the same on your local machine. Or it could be working in pairs. So different ways of understanding the material. After the online class, you will have the homework, easy homework and hard homework. The deadline is 1 week. And now let me tell you a bit more about each of this stage. Our textbook that we've called 100-year textbook, as you probably already know, includes 42 modules with 42 quizzes and 500 plus pages of basic material. And now it is a question to Nikita, I think. What do you think about our textbook? Because you have read a lot of sections there, and maybe you have some, impression about, is it good? Is it comfortable for you, convenient for you maybe to learn like that? What do you think?
I would say it's wrote with easiest language to understandable for everybody, and actually this textbook contains all you need for education. Any other information is up to you, but if you will be concentrated only on this textbook, that will be completely enough. So and I would say that it contains all parts with not quizzes part with practice and answering questions, but as well you can read and do some exercises, for example, in Sandbox. And it helps to understand deeply this what it's talking about in this particular part. So it's brilliant.
Thank you. Any questions regarding the textbook? Guys. Okay, so I have one provocative question. So if the textbook is brilliant, why are you Googling?
I just like to see on the questions from the different ways,
Mm-hmm.
and I have found some additional case, for example, for
Mm-hmm.
commands, which for me more useful, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the mentor noticed that and say that this great a great solution for some
Mm-hmm.
part of home task.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. About the online class and advanced materials, how it looks like typically. So we start our online class from questions on basic material. Of course, everybody should read the textbook before the class and pass the quiz. Otherwise, they are not allowed to participate in the class. And of course, if you have read the textbook, you probably have a lot of questions about some details, maybe some edge cases. Maybe something is not very understandable for you. It could be. And every class, we start from your questions. After it, when you have no more questions regarding the textbook, this is our turn as mentors to ask you questions, to understand if you really figure this material out. Or maybe something is not very clear for you, but you cannot, you cannot understand that it's not clear. It could be from time to time. So your questions, then the questions from mentors to you. And then the advanced material and practice. Again, this practice could look like differently from some exercises together with a mentor to working in pairs to discuss, or to not pairs, maybe groups, to discuss and to show your solution to a mentor. Like you did on the entrance exam. Maybe you remember that elevator problem that you were trying to resolve. So this is how the online class looks like. And of course, we are changing our activity from questions to explanations of mentor, then to practice, then maybe some more explanations from mentor, then more question, more practice, and so on. But we should make your material understandable and to make you be sure in this knowledge. And again, a question to Nikita: what do you think about online classes? Maybe you have some problems with it, or this or not. Maybe some, something needs to be improved here.
I would say that there was no any problems with that actually. Of course, if something misunderstandable in textbook, I got all answers for all my questions. And as for practice in groups, this is a really great opportunity to try yourself in what you have known just already. So I have no some problems in this part.
Mm-hmm. Guys, do you have questions to Nikita? Okay, no questions. And homework. Homework could be easy and hard. Why so? Let me start from this. We understand that it is impossible for one person to be interested in everything and to be equally good in everything. Because even in manual QAs, even among manual QAs, we have more technical people, more, people with leadership, more people that love test design or tools or maybe Linux. Why not? And that's why we've decided to give everybody a possibility to learn the most interesting parts more deeply, and maybe to not to skip, of course, but to not to go so deeply to into not so interested parts. If my explanation is good, I don't know. And that's why we have mostly have 2 homework after each part. Easy homework for those who are not very interested in this topic, and maximal grade is 4 for this, and hard homework homework grade is 5. So the easy homework is mandatory for everybody, and the hard homework is optional. If you don't want to do the hard homework, so please don't do it, but your maximal grade will be 4 only. Typical deadline is 1 week for the both homework. And in 2 weeks, we notice to withdraw from the course. Okay, you can complete everything, and withdrawing will not happen, but this is the chance, I think, to you. Okay, but I'm not sure that everybody will be in time. Okay, so we have to raise it hands, please, guys. Questions?
So did I get you right? If I mean, I need to complete both of these homeworks, and easy and hard, to get the grade 5. And it's mandatory to make easy homework. But so I cannot just make a hard work and say, just give me a 5, all right?
No.
That's not that's how it works.
Yes, because this is not the same material there. Mm-hmm. The basic material is in the easy homework, and in the hard homework we have not a basic material. We have something to think, something to investigate, something maybe to read more in advanced part of the materials, but you cannot do it without the easy part. Of course, the basic you should understand the basic material anyway before it. That's why it is mandatory. Okay, thank you for the question.
So,
okay.
So for the 5, you should do both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the third raised hand. Did you have the same question? Okay.
Daria,
did you have?
I'm sorry, I have connection issues.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
do you hear me loud and clear?
Yes. We can hear you. What is your question?
I think Okay, my question is, what if I'm doing my homework, pass it, and have a grade that I didn't expect, and I want higher grade? Can I do it once again to
Yes.
make it better?
Yes.
And do I have another week for it, or I should do all of this in 1 week? And
No,
the
you
same?
you have another week for it, definitely, and you could correct yourself, and of course you will have comments from your mentor if it is not the highest mark, because from time to time I have nothing to comment, because I see that everything is correct in the whole work. This is the highest mark, and everything that I can comment, oh, good job, you got 5, and everything is correct. But if something is not very good in the homework, you will get the comments from the mentor why your grade is not the highest one. And after these comments, of course, you could correct your homework and upload it again and make your grade higher.
Thank you.
Okay. Nikita, maybe this is the most interesting part of my questions to you. What do you think about the homework? Was it really easy and hard? And how did you manage with it?
It depends on topic. So as I told before, sometimes I spend several hours to complete homework, but it's just my pain, I would say, just because I'm not going to get a high score. For example, I could Google it, do something, and got 5 points and go further. No, I trying to understand what I should do, and trying to remember that for the further life. And I would say there was some magic for me on SQL base. That hardest part would be was definitely easily for me than easier one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but it was. So, and my opinion, if you are seriously going to become a good QA engineer, you not should but must do both homeworks every time.
Thank you. Questions to Nikita? Yes.
And Nikita, how much time one homework takes to you?
From 1 hour to 3, I would say.
3 hours. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. Sorry. Yeah. Sometimes I just pass it for the next day and evening, I would say. So it could take, for example, 2 days, not entire days, but 1 or 2 hours at the evening.
I mean, it's both for easy and hard homework, or 3 hours?
Yes.
For...
Yes. This is for both parts.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. And who will help you with all that stuff? You have a lot of mentors for your course. So let me introduce my colleagues. You know me, and I will be responsible for partially databases, for requirements analysis, and for the big module of test design methods. My colleagues, Sandy Smith, she has about 28 experience, 28 years experience in the industry or something. And her last working place is General Motors. And she will be responsible for the databases as well, and for the test documentation module and Agile. Evgeny Lozovan, he is an automation engineer, Java automation engineer, but on your manual course, he will be responsible for REST API testing and Web UI testing module. He has about 20 years experience as a QA. He is a QA architect right now, QA automation architect, and he is working for one interesting startup. Fedor Kuleshov, our famous angry Fedor, but he's not so angry, to be honest. He's very kind and he's very ready to help every time. He is responsible for Linux networks and troubleshooting modules, that last one set of modules, complicated ones. And his colleagues that just started working for us is Ken. He will be responsible for Linux and networks as well. So they will sharing the modules between Fedor and Ken. And Andrei Roslakov, he will be responsible for the very end of the course, tools. He will tell you about Docker, Git, and Kubernetes. Okay, and we have a question. Not angry enough, said Dmitry. It depends on the how are you doing your homework. Okay. And here, I think I will not ask Nikita about everybody that you can see here, because in Nikita's variant, we don't have Ken, and Sandy had only one lecture for now, but she will be responsible for the test documentation and Agile for you as well. Okay. What is common for everybody that you could see here? The common thing is you could ask questions anytime, not only during the online class, but between the classes as well. For example, you started working on your homework and you understood that something is not very clear for you. You cannot do your homework. You read the textbook, you maybe watched your video again, but it is still not clear. So feel free to ask questions to the mentor. They all are ready to help you. If you have some problems and you cannot be in time with your homework, so you understand that you are breaking the deadline, and you are sure that you are not in time, okay? And please come to the mentor with your problems, because everybody is human, and everybody can have problems. The main thing is don't keep silence. If you have problems, you are not in time, you cannot understand some topic, please share this with us. And we are ready to help you. Okay? This is the main thing about it. Okay, Alexander wants to ask something, please. Alexander, you have raised hand. but you are on mute right now.
Немножко, а вот между ними, значит, тут не делится. Два, правильно?
Okay, I think this is not a question to us. We have something in the chat. Did I get your anytime right? Yes, you can come to us anytime, Dmitry, but if it is it is night right now for us, of course, we will not wake up and answer you immediately, but we will definitely do it when we waked up, okay? And we have more questions. You got to expect a call at 3 a.m. Feel free to call me at 3 a.m., Dmitry, but I usually switch my phone off for the night. So please do it. If you are not lazy to wake up at 3 a.m. for it. Okay, Alexander, how can we get the mentors? Will they be available in chat? Yes, we all are available in the Mentorpiece Consult that you can see here. This is one point for the communication with all the mentors. Please write there and just say that this is a question to me or to Fedor or to Ken or to Sandy, to the mentor who is responsible for this particular material. And this is the time to introduce Dmitry. Keeps joking. Okay, seems like it's the best way to make every mentor angry, not only Fedor. Yes, okay, this is the way. Okay, if you have no more jokes for now, let me go to the next slide. And actually everybody knows her, but let me introduce her in person. And maybe it is time for her to introduce herself. Galina, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone. So as you know, I'm Galina, and we have already communicated with each of you through Mentorpiece Consult, or even talked on the phone. And today I'm pleased to get acquainted with each of you in person. And I'm an administrative director at Mentorpiece, and I'm responsible for various administrative and organizational activities. And I'm always in touch with students. And right now, actually, speaking about time, we usually work from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. Moscow time till 6 p.m. Moscow time. But we always try to answer even later if we see that you have some urgent questions. So of course, we try to read them and answer them ASAP, and even at weekends. So please come in. So if we see your requests, we will definitely answer. And right now, I want to tell you a little bit about how we keep in touch with you and how we track the quality. As you know, we have the Mentorpiece Consult channel through which we have communicated with you before. And this is a kind of a single point of entry for communication with all mentors and with me, as Lilia already mentioned. And you can write any questions there. And depending on the question, I either transfer the message to a mentor who's leading your module right now, or answer it myself. It is if it is something organizational or administrative. And the top 3 questions we get in our Mentorpiece Consult channel are first, these are definitely any questions before the start of the course. For example, providing any additional info about the course, how to enroll, how to make entry tests, how to pay, and so on. Then any questions during the entire course. For instance, what module will be the next, or when will we have the test, or like, please remind when the deadline for this homework is, and of course, some personal issues if they happen. The second is, of course, questions on homework. Like if you have difficulty completing it, or you have anything to ask, these questions I transfer to the mentor who's leading the module, of course, as I'm not an IT person, unfortunately. So, and finally, these are always frequent questions about the internships, such as how will they go, how much time do I need to spend for it, and so on. And also I want to tell about the NPSs. Regarding the NPS, it stands for Net Promoter Score, and what it is. Sometime after the start of the training, I will start coming to you with feedback questions. This is to keep up to date on how well you are doing and how happy you are with everything, or maybe you have some troubles or questions. And your feedback is completely anonymous to the mentors, so that it could be independent and objective. I act as, you know, a common thread, a link, a bridge, whoever passes the information to mentors anonymously, and then we discuss within the team any comments, if there are any, and make adjustments to the lecture, or for example. So believe me, your feedback won't just, you know, sink into oblivion and disappear. Regardless, it is anonymous. We really discuss it within the team afterwards to make the course better. So your feedback really matters. And finally, inspections. We also regularly attend lectures, not just hold them. Both mentors sometimes attend or watch lectures of the other mentors to give expert feedback. And I also, as a third independent party, attend lectures of all mentors periodically to be aware of what is happening during your lectures, how the group works, whether you have any problems or questions, and so on, how clearly the mentor explains. Thus, we are always in touch, and we monitor the quality by communicating with you, getting feedback from you, discussing the feedback during our regular meetings with our Mentorpiece internal team, and holding the inspections. And finally, at the end, from my side, I just want to wish each of you to succeed in your training, because you're already like, you know, heroes who successfully passed all our stages of enrollment and our exam. We stay in touch with you, and each of our team is always ready to help. So please don't be shy and always come to us. And I think I now can give the floor back to Lilia, or maybe you have any questions. So that's it from my part.
Thanks, Galina. Very interesting story, as always. Guys, maybe you have questions to Galina right now.
You will have them later.
Daria raised hand. Daria, please.
It's not really a question, just a little thank you for your previous help in chat and for the fast answers and fully completed answers for all my questions. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, guys. We will go to the next part of our today's meeting. And actually, we are almost at the end of the meeting. And to sum up all that I told you today, 10 items of a professional education. Only you are in the first place. Our KPI is not how much money do we own this year, but how happy you are and how fast you will find your job. And that's why we keep our groups very small, only 15 maximal numbers of students in the group, and even less, as you can see in your group. Only top mentors with the experience from 10 years in the industry. Only quality of the course, 3 steps, stages of the education. Only your total confidence. You all passed the exams, the initial exams before the course, and you now would be confident in your success through the course. Only a direct link between you and the mentors. We've discussed it already. Only effective learning on the online classes and reading the textbook. Convenient training, only workable CVs, and only as in life, it is about your final interview. So this is the professional education. And a pair of words for those who are watching us now live and maybe will watch us in recording. How to be a professional QA, how to join our course. Full course fee, not including internship, is here. This is rubles, but we could accept any other currency, of course. Internship is free of charge. 10% discount if paid in installment. And our installment is not from a bank. The contacts you can see here, and the same contacts, the same links will be under this video. Please join us, please subscribe to our channel. And right now, we are leaving the airways to get to know the band, the students. Thank you for your attention. This is not for you, dear student. This is